Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to find out if an expensive phono cartridge is really worth it. Now I've been collecting records and listening to them and collecting vintage gear since I was in early high school. I remember in the mid-2000s I went into my local music store and they only had one rack of records. If you go into that store today, I think that might be their primary business. So that just goes to show the transformation I've seen and how long I've been doing this. You know, I've seen prices go up a lot. So I don't collect too much anymore. I'm pretty happy with what I have. But all this time, I've been listening to my records on a cheap Audio-Technica 1892E phono cartridge. The last time I replaced this was 2016, and I paid 20 bucks for the cartridge. That was really all I could afford back in the day. I didn't really have any interest in spending a lot more money in getting something, really good. But I'm older now, I make a little bit more money than I did back then, and I also have this channel. This video is a celebration of you all, the subscribers and the viewers, because this is the first thing I've bought with money earned from this channel. And that is an Ortofon 2M Blue cartridge. We're going to see if this thing sounds better than my Audio-Technica 1892E. So what I've been doing today is recording music with my Focusrite Scarlett 18i8 and running that into GarageBand and just getting some baseline recordings of this 1892E cartridge. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace it with the 2M Blue, and we're going to see if these same songs sound better with the 2M Blue. Now if you're familiar with the line of Ortofon cartridges, you know that the base level is a red, then the blue, this one, and then it goes to a gold and then a black. So you might be wondering, why didn't I choose the red or the gold or even the black? Well, I have some creators to thank. I have Orpheus and Hi-Fi SquarePants. I watched some of those videos based on what they provided. I think the 2M Blue is the best bang for your buck in terms of sound quality based on what I heard. So I wanted it to be, a significant jump. At the end of this, I want to notice a difference. I want to know that there's something to be had here for $240 versus $20. So I thought that going from this to the blue would be a better jump than this to the red. And the gold and the black are just a little expensive right now. So without further ado, I think we should unbox this and get it installed on the Sony PS-X5 turntable here. If there's anything on this channel I'm really not that great at, but should probably be better at, is showing what I'm doing when I'm doing the work and stuff. So hopefully you're all able to see this. And we're going to go ahead and get this unboxed here. Right away we see the little plastic guys here. And there it is. The Ortofon 2M Blue. Now this is the cartridge and needle. So inside of here we're going to have the full assembly here. So there it is. It's got a little guard there, and we will get these plugged into the little things there. Oh. Okay, we have our fancy tools, some hardware. Subscribe. Maybe. I'll consider it. You should subscribe to this channel, though, that's for sure. Alright, 2M. We've got, there we are, the whole line. We got the, these are the cheap guys, but now here we are. We've got the red, the blue, the bronze. I said gold, didn't I? I meant to say bronze. And then the black there. There's the specs if you're interested. You can, pause this and read that if you want. Otherwise, you can definitely find these, on the internet. Well, this is HFixit, so might as well watch me install this. Alright, let's take a look at this. We'll take our toolkit here, and we'll go right ahead and start using the flathead screwdriver to begin removing the stuff here. Well, this is very nice. The 2M has the wire colors labeled, so we will be able to plug them in accordingly without any issue. The terminals are a little bit oversized for these pins, and they want to just come out, so what we're going to have to do is bend them. I don't think this is a normal issue to have here, but I'm gonna do my best with these little tiny pliers. Woo! Just pinch them. So I got the red one pinched. Let's see if it holds on the cartridge here. Yes, it holds much better now. Let's see, before I wouldn't have been able to do that, so we're gonna very, very carefully pinch the rest of these now. So there it is, folks. We've got all the wires properly installed, and it fits in our head shell. It's more or less installed at this point, but as you can see, we can shift it forward and back quite a bit, and you can also go side to side, so we need to get this properly aligned. Alright, now it is time to align the cartridge. What I have here is a alignment tool from vinylengine.com, and the only thing you really need to do with this to make sure it works is they say to check the scale, that it is 180 millimeters exactly, and I did that. The way I achieved that is I had to go into settings on Adobe when I went to print the PDF and tell it to print at 100% scale onto the 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. It's pretty simple what we're trying to do here. If you just think about geometry and circles and their tangents, what we're trying to do is get the cartridge here to line up so that the needle is running tangent to the circle it is on, but that's not enough because there's also a line that you can imagine coming straight out. You want this line and the tangent line to intersect right where the needle is coming down and playing on the record. So I've got this tool here, and I will remove my protection thingy for the first time just so I can see what's going on under there. Right about there is where I want it to be, looks like. Looking pretty good from my point of view. Let's give this a whirl and see how it sounds. Literally, right? Whee! Alright, I've had the opportunity to listen to the songs I've recorded and listen to music on my speakers with the new Phono cartridge, and the verdict is in. It's worth it. Very much so worth it. The sound improvement that I have experienced is massive. I think that the place where the improvement is most noticeable is the high end. Treble is just way clearer, way more present, and there's a little bit better bass also. But one of the biggest things I noticed is that the music just seems louder. The cartridge just does such a good job of making this happen and making the music sound good. My vinyl listening experience has been improved immensely. And if you've been using a $20 cartridge for, however long, I think it's definitely worth looking into something that costs $100-ish, like the 2M Red. I mean, if you only listen to albums once in a while like I do, you're not going to be buying one of these every year or anything. It may be worthwhile to consider, putting some more money into something like this because it's a one-time cost, kind of a special treat for you because you deserve it. That is really not going to hurt you too much if you're able to afford $250 once every 5 years or so. If you can't afford that, definitely look into the 2M Red and look up some of the comparison videos that are out there comparing the 2M Red to the 2M Blue, because the Blue will sound a little bit better, but the 2M Red still is an excellent cartridge and it sounds very good. I think that anything is going to be better than the AT92E at this point. Now, unfortunately, I am a greedy YouTuber that wants to monetize on their videos, and that means you don't get to hear these recordings that I made in this video, because I don't have any records with public domain music on them. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post some supplemental videos. I'm going to link those in the description, and those videos will go to these recordings that I've made. I will do this song, this cartridge versus that cartridge, and then another song, this cartridge versus that cartridge. So that's the verdict. It's worth the money. Do it if you can. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to all the viewers and subscribers for making this particular video possible. Without this stuff, I probably wouldn't have made this jump myself and probably wouldn't have tried to look into something like this because I've been pretty happy with how the AT92E sounded, but it's one of those things where you just don't know until you hear it. I had no idea it could be this good until I heard it for myself. And now with these videos I'll make of the songs with one cartridge versus the other, you'll know for yourself also. I'll see you in the next one.